Hello, I'm so glad you can join me today. If you're new to this channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Guys, today I am making an orange cake and I'm hoping that you guys can join me along in doing so. This cake is very easy, it's very quick, it does not take a lot of time, and it does not take a lot of ingredients. You're going to be surprised. So I'm hoping that each and every one of you watching can just experiment and just try something a little bit different and try this cake. It's delicious. You're going to love it. Let me show you the ingredients I have here. I have my orange, my flour, everything is over here, my sugar, some baking powder, some salt, some eggs, and some vanilla essence. 1, 2, 3, and we're going to be all done. Let me start with my flour. Now guys, I have here 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. I've already sieved it, I've already measured it, but I'm going to sieve it again. I have a bowl here and a little sieve. And what I'm going to do is go ahead, make sure you sieve your flour just in case there's any lumps or anything in there, that you can break that up. Because if you bake your cake and it have lumps, you're going to have some lumps in your cake. You don't want to have that, okay? Here, to the flour over here, I have 1 teaspoon of baking powder. I'm going to add that there. To my baking powder, I have 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to add that in there. I have my little whisk right here. I'm going to mix that up just to make sure everything is combined nicely. And once I combine everything, what I'm going to do is just set this aside for a few minutes. Okay, the next thing I have over here is a bowl. And to this bowl, I'm going to add 1 cup of sugar. Everything, as I said, is already pre-measured, so makes it very simple, very easy if you pre-measure your stuff. Now, what I have over here is 3 oranges, okay? And this, we're making orange cake, so we need oranges, and I have 3. These, I scrub these. I have a scrub brush, and I scrub them, because whenever you're using the skin, guys, you have to make sure you clean it really good, because God knows what is spray on these things, and you know, when they're growing them. So you have to make sure you try to get off as much chemicals and whatever is on here. So I washed these good. So now I have here my grater, okay? And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna grate it. I just want the skin. I don't want the white part that's under the skin. I just want the skin of the orange, okay? So we're gonna grate her to get all the skin off, and that's what we're gonna be using in our cake. So let me go ahead and grate her. When you finish grating your oranges, guys, this is what you will have, your zest right here. And this is what your orange looks like, okay? So I'm going to take this. This is my zest, and I'm going to add it now to the sugar. And then with clean hands, as long as your hands are clean, what you're going to do is go in and mix the orange skin with the sugar, because you want to combine the two so that you could get the oils and so on out of the skin. You can get it out into the sugar, okay? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to mix the two together like this, and you're going to see that it's going to turn, the color of the sugar is going to turn a little yellow, and that's what we're looking for, because we want to combine it well. I can smell the citrusy smell, which is pretty strong. And you see how your sugar is starting to compact and how it looks. Making an orange cake, guys. Orange. Guys, after you've zested your oranges, we still need some of the juice from our orange, okay? So this juice is what we're going to use. We're not going to use the box juice. We're using this. So I want 3/4 of a cup or 6 ounces of this juice from here. So I'm going to go ahead and squeeze the juice from here. Okay guys, so when we've gotten 3/4 of a cup or just 6 ounces of juice, what I'll do is just set that aside for a minute so we can go on to our next step. Okay, so to my sugar and my zest here, I have over here, rest these here, I have 3 eggs, and I'm gonna break the eggs and put the eggs in here. Let me get started with this. Let me use this bowl to break the eggs. Okay guys, I have 3 eggs, and I'm going to add my 3 eggs here to my sugar. And I have here my mixer, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix that up for a few minutes until everything is combined. Not for very long, you just want to make sure that the sugar and eggs and everything is combined. When you mix your sugar and your eggs up, this is what it should look like. So make sure that you leave your eggs at room temperature. Bring your eggs to room temperature before you start to use your eggs. Now over here I have, this is 1 cup of, this is coconut oil, 1 cup of coconut oil. Now I'm using coconut oil, and everything is a preference in this kit. You can use vegetable oil, you can use olive oil, or you can use coconut oil. I'm using coconut oil. This is 1 cup of coconut oil, and this is just my choice, my preference. Coconut oil. You know, when I was growing up as a little girl, we always had coconut oil, but my grandmother used to use it to just put in your hair, you know, part your hair, grease your hair, coconut oil and stuff like that, but we never cook with it. And I realized, I was like, how come we never cook with it back then? But we never cook with it. We just use it for other things. Sometimes if you got a pan, the older people used to take the coconut oil and castor oil and different oils and just put them all together. Sometimes they heat them all up together and just rub the area that you have the pan. And then I have these leaves in Barbados that was these like big broad leaves, and what it'll do is it'll cover it with that leaf and then band it up, and it'll heal. It healed. They knew what they were doing, you know. So let me continue to beat this. And the 6 ounces or 3/4 of a cup of orange juice that we just squeezed, we're gonna add it to this as well. And I have here some vanilla essence. I'm gonna use 1 tablespoon of vanilla. Oops. That's certainly more than a tablespoon in there, but that's okay if you like the vanilla flavor. Okay, and I'm gonna beat this up again just to make sure that everything is combined. Okay. I'll just splatter that up on the table. Okay, so now I'm done with this, so let me unplug it. Okay guys, so the next thing I'm gonna do is I have a pan here. I'm gonna go ahead with some palm spray and spray my pan. Put that aside. And after I've sprayed the pan, I'm gonna get some flour. put some flour in here, and I'm just going to, flour the pan. You guys know how to do that. Just make sure that the flour goes all over the sides. And once you floured it and everything goes all over, then you're gonna dust it out and set this aside for your cake. Okay? So that's all done. Okay, so the next thing now is I'm gonna combine, put this over here. I'm gonna combine these two together. So I'm not gonna use this because this would be very difficult to use, but I'm gonna go ahead and start with making a little well. And I'm not gonna beat this a lot now because I've already beaten the egg, so I don't need to beat this. I just need to combine it, and as soon as it's combined, then I'll put it in the pan. Make sure you go ahead, if you haven't done so already, and turn on your oven, heat your oven to 350, so that by the time you're finished here, you can just put the bread in the oven, okay? So let's go ahead and start combining. So I have my little well here. I'm gonna pour some of this in here. And I'm just gonna go around and just combine it together. Make sure all the flour and everything is mixed in well. And once you mix that section in, you're going to go ahead, you're going to pour some more of your liquid in there and keep mixing it in. You can pour all of it at once and also mix it in that way, but I kind of like to add a little bit at a time. Make sure all the flour from the bottom, see it's right there at the bottom, make sure it's mixed in. And you pour some more in there. Okay, we're going to continue to mix this in here. And when I get to this stage, guys, what I'm gonna do is I take my mixer and just mix it in, because even though you combine it, you see that it still look like lumpy. I like it to look smooth. So I'm going to mix it with my blender, with my mixer, but I'm not going to mix it for a very long time. I'm just going to smooth it out, okay? So I'm going to slowly go in here without splattering everything all over the place. That was just a quick beat just to smooth it out. You see the difference? It looks much smoother compared to the way it was just now, much smoother. So now I have my pan here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in my pan. Okay guys, so that's it. Get it all in there. So it's in the pan. Just kind of smooth it out a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the oven. My oven is set for 350. I'm gonna put it in the oven and let it stay in there for 1 hour. Okay, you can go ahead and check it maybe like 10 minutes before. Take a toothpick or something and test it to see if it's cooked. If the toothpick comes out with some of the batter on it still, you know that you need to leave it in there. If the hour is up, you need another 10 minutes. That's fine. If 350 is too high, you need to lower the stove. You lower the stove a little bit so it can continue to cook. You know the drill. Okay, so I will be back as soon as this is out of the oven to show you exactly what it looks like. Okay guys, now the cake is out of the oven. Here it is. I took it out. It is still warm. It's not cool completely. So while that is warming there a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and make some. As a matter of fact, what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and take this out of the pan. Put that over there. Leave that there to cool a little bit. And over here, I have 1 cup of icing. Okay, and I have a little bit of zest from half of an orange, and I'm going to put that in there. Mix this up in here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the orange juice and squeeze. You just need a little bit, and you're going to mix it up, and you will add more juice as needed. Right now, as you can see, it needs some more. I want to take it out. Like this, guys. Once you mix it up, and this texture you have here, I'm gonna go ahead. I have a little spoon right here, guys. We're gonna take our cake. You're gonna go ahead. You're gonna take your mixture and you're gonna just drizzle it over, just like that. And drizzle it. So let it run down the sides. And guys, this is your orange cake. That's what it should look like. I am going to give it a couple minutes to cool down some more. And then I'm gonna go ahead and slice it and taste it and tell you exactly what it tastes like. Okay guys, so this is the cake. I am going to cut it now and taste it for you. So let me start. It's still warm, guys. It haven't cooled completely, but I'm gonna cut it anyway. That's what the inside looked like. Looks good. So let me go ahead, cut another piece here. I usually leave the end for Charles. So guys, as you can see, it is nice and it is moist. It is nice and moist cake. It looks delicious. Let's see if it tastes delicious. So let me taste it for you. Best part of my job. Okay guys, let me taste this nice moist looking cake for you and tell you exactly what it tastes like. It looks good. It's nice and warm. It's good. I was wondering, let me taste this first before I talk. And let me tell you first. Let me give my opinion first. It's nice. It's moist. It is like almost melt in your mouth kind of cake. It tastes really good. I was worried because those oranges, guys, they were sour. I tasted them after. All three of them was sour. So I was thinking like, oh my goodness, how is this cake gonna be with those sour oranges? But maybe they made them taste better because they are good. These is really good. I use 1 cup of sugar. You can use 1 cup of sugar. It's not sweet at all. It's not like, but it says not sweet, it means it's not like overly sweet. It is just right. And as you can see, it's nice and moist. It's really good. It's really good. The icing on top, delicious. If you like oranges, guys, if you love oranges, you're gonna like this cake. It's an orange cake. It is delicious. Go ahead and give it a try. I had fun making this, and I hope you have fun making some for your family as well. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. Oops, something is falling. And leave me a comment, guys. And there's a bell notification every time. Whenever you press that bell, every time I put a video up, you will be notified that the video is there. Guys, I had fun, and I hope you have fun as well. Until next time, bye-bye.